updates. Let's go to the next set of breaking updates for our viewers. Breaking news coming in. Trump's aide, Scott Bessent, has downplayed Modi-Xi Putin handshake at the SCO, calls SCO largely performative. Largely performative, viewers. So, Trump's aide is calling the meet, the SCO meet, and the handshake, the bonhomie, the camaraderie we saw between Modi, Xi and Putin, he's calling it performative and has criticized that meeting which has taken place, viewers. So that's what we see right now. Back-to-back updates coming in here on Republic TV, where Trump's own aide has hit out at the handshake, Modi, Xi, Putin handshake at SCO, calling SCO largely performative. All right, I'm being joined by Ms. Purnima Nath, a geopolitical expert, live from Wisconsin, United States of America. Thank you for joining us here, Ms. Purnima Nath. And, there are two angles we're exploring here, Ms. Purnima Nath. One is that the former US NSA has hit out at Trump and saying that his policies are just driving India away, basically ruining the relationship between India and US, which has been built for so long. Secondly, we're also seeing that Trump's aide has called the bonhomie that we have seen between Xi Jinping, Putin and PM Modi performative. Your reaction?
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Namaste. First of all, this is quite demeaning, actually. If you look at from a perspective of even the former NSA, John Sullivan, speaking about how dangerous this has turned into in terms of economic and geopolitical strategic partnership and collaboration. Unfortunately, I think the Trump's ego has come in front, and the MAGA base is not understanding that they actually need India and Indian market as well as support of Indian base to counter China's imperialism. India is not a imperialistic society or the country. It has not invaded any country. It's not going anywhere and communicating that their religion is the best and the only truest, and they have to convert, and all kinds of dogma that we see in the society. Unfortunately, what Trump's MAGA base and his administration has exposed is something that I was not expecting to see under President Trump, unfortunately. So, sadly speaking, here it's not just Peter Navarro calling India as Indian people as the Brahmins profiteering at the expense of Indians, or it's not him calling Russian war as a Modi's war. It's obviously it's a US-led NATO's war. It's a proxy war by United States. But at the same time, I think as I said, for various months now, that it's no longer India versus America, or it's India was just a cover. At the end of the day, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, they are coming after Indian Hindu identity. And this is happening very rapidly in America. And when speaking about that, it's not just one or two influencers talking about. If you look at Ann Coulter's statement during presidential run for Vivek Ramaswamy, even that time it was pretty clear that she literally said, quote unquote, "I'm not going to vote for you because you are Indian." He was born in America. So who is American at the end of the day? So what are you talking about in terms of promising democracy and freedom of speech? Do we actually have freedom of thoughts or freedom of religion in this country? So I'm quite concerned, and I've been raising these issues for quite some time. Even Democrat Party, the House Foreign Affairs Committee of Democrat Party has raised this concern, saying that the relationship with India has gone down to the drain, and I agree with it. But my question was exactly what caused your change of heart? You were the one who actually pushed the caste agenda, SB 403, through California's assembly and went to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk. How did that happen? If that actually approved and became a law, it would have become a law everywhere in America, especially in Democrat-run cities. So they would have
Right.
discriminated Indians with their name, their
Right.
ethnicity, their skin color, and so on. And that's a very much issue for me. So
Right.
as an Indian American, as a
Absolutely.
Hindu Indian American who is not interested in conversion, is not interested in in any sort of dogma, and I believe in the freedom of thoughts and freedom of religion, freedom of expression. Are we going to have that? And that's the
Yes.
question we have to answer at this point of time. This is beyond just geopolitical issues, beyond just India American relationship.
Absolutely. Ms. Nath, appreciate you joining us and giving your